Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you here today with Rick Stark from Sun-Maid Growers. We're actually in one of their overhead vineyards. It's beautiful here. We've got a crop that's just about ready to go. And it's been an interesting day. We've had just a little bit of precipitation, but wanted to talk about the current status of the crop. We've had wildfires and the ash and smoke in the air, and just wondering how this all might be impacting our raisin crop.
So let's start out with the harvest itself. We've got about half of the harvest is either continuous tray or hand-picked, and almost all of that has been picked in on the ground. Dried on the vine, all of those canes have been cut and they're drying. Some of it's actually been harvested already. And so we're moving from the picking phase of harvest to the picking up and boxing stage.
And as far as the crop estimate of what was originally set out this year and anticipated for, what would you say we're expecting? Similar to what was forecasted or less?
Well, I think most of the industry realizes that with the pullouts and the shorter bunch count and the shorter crop that it's going to be less than last year, but I think probably what everybody expects at this point.
Right. So do you have a kind of a range estimate of what we might expect?
In the neighborhood of 210 to 220,000 tons would be my estimate.
All right, and as far as the ash and the smoke, the vines need sunshine, right, to dry and to mature and be ready, and it seems like the process has been slowed down just a little bit by the lack of sunshine because of the smoke. And I wanted to know what your opinion is on what you're seeing and what might be a potential impact of a delayed harvest or whatnot.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the smoke by covering the sun as a cloud would has cut down the amount of sunlight that's reached the ground. So there's a lot of days you couldn't even get a shadow when you walked in it. So that's kept temperatures down, and it has slowed the drying process down considerably. So with that, it's going to take longer to get the crop dried, and the longer that it's on the ground and the later in the season that you go, the more likely it is that we'll have a rain event that will cause us a problem.
Right, and we just had some precipitation this morning / last night, but not to an extent that we would expect any damage to be caused. Just enough to make the skies a little bit more blue today, which is really nice to see. But otherwise, we don't see the ash in the air, the smoke to have any kind of effect on the crop, right?
Right. The smoke is causing the cloud cover type situation. That's the only effect that I think it's going to have. The wine grape industry had trouble with smoke taint up in Napa when the vines were right next to the fire. We're a long ways from the fire. You can barely smell it, so we don't believe that that's going to cause us any issues. And the ash is so light that we believe that will either blow away or come out in processing.
Great. Well, thank you, Rick, for taking the time. We're looking forward to our State of the Raisin Industry address with Harry Overly from Sun-Maid and Dwayne Cardoza from the Raisin Bargaining Association. So be sure to mark your calendars this coming November. Stay tuned for some more information on that. And obviously it's going to be virtual this year. But we're looking forward to that. So read more about it in American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.